It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seahawks and the Lions. Next on Madden NFL 23.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions.
Oh, hey, Gun, hey, do you have...
Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Geno Smith of the Seahawks, Jared Goff of the Lions.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out, take the ball away from the other team, and give you a few extras.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready, set.
Right out of the gate, here Smith. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith, left side complete to Lockett. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, Smith. Return back to Lockett, finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, it's Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Seahawks are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. The Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 13-yard line. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Lions will take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looks to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That pick 6 just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Escaping the press. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. I'll go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that from down to down, you'll hop into different offensive formations and try and fool the defense and pick up some yardage. But going into field goal formation on 2nd down, and
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Completes it to Fant on the right side. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Holding offense.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Pass interference. Defense.
A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. Complete to Ross St. Brown.
On first down, Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. This is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Smith, their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Well, if you're ever going to try the fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now here's Michael Dixon. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Smith going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. And it's caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.